Hi everybody, welcome to the House Church video. For June 9th, it is a side week, and as you watch the sermon, maybe you thought, oh, we took a step backwards and went back to a parable that Chris had covered a few weeks ago. This has the effect of slowing down our already snail's leg pace through Mark. Actually, we're going to take a break over summer from Mark. We're going to dive into our 4 prayers, and then we'll come back to it in September. So we'll throw another little change up here in a few weeks. But this last week, we looked at the parable of the sower. And we did that because, as I've said before, in this series, the goal is not to let us know lots about Mark, but to have you fall in love with Jesus. And as we take our time and we look at his life, his attitudes, his passion, his brilliance, that's just what's going to happen if we're actually investing time into reading Mark. So we went back, and in the parable of the sower, you actually get a way to grow in who Jesus is if you're paying careful attention. So I wanted to go back and ask the question, how do you be good soil? 4 different types of soil in the parable, and Jesus says what can happen to the seed, but he doesn't actually talk about the soil directly, although I think it's in the text. So my question was, how do you become good soil? How do you receive the words that God is saying to you, about people around you, and have them actually become a part of you, ingesting them so that they change you, your character, your reflexes, that kind of thing? My question, how do you become good soil? My light bulb came when I realized that some of the leadership stuff I have read and been working on, that there's a pragmatic way to lead and a dogmatic way to lead and a charismatic way to lead, actually lends itself well to this text. That there's a charismatic problem, there's a dogmatic problem, and there is a pragmatic problem that keeps us from becoming good soil. So once the light bulb went on and I could see it in the text, then I realized that there are ways to become good soil that are in our control, and to hear the word and receive it and be changed. My conviction out of it all is that I need to daily listen for the word for me personally and own it dogmatically, pragmatically, and charismatically. If I don't do this, I have one kind of life, and it's not that great. My inner world, maybe people couldn't tell right away that I'm out of sorts, but inside, if I'm not hearing from God, I'm a different kind of guy. And eventually you can't be somebody inside that people don't notice, and you get short and you get bitter and you get worried, and whatever direction you go when things are pretty thin inside. And my conviction is that I need to daily be listening for a word from God. And so we talked about having daily devotions. My conviction for you, if I'm allowed to have that, is that you need to do that too. We talk often about the kinds of things that God is going to do through PAC, but it's all like just pretend if something's not happening for you. It's simply how it is. God can't build on the foundation that is you if you're not hearing from him. And now that's not your primary motivation to listen to him, is so that God can build something big around you. It's a spin-off. But if you get excited about the future and some of the fruit that you're going to bear, then you have to take those theories and you have to just turn them into a daily walk with God. So in your house church, that's what I would like you to do on this side week. I would like you to talk. Maybe it's more of an up thing, but talk about your devotional life. How often do you have devotions? When's the last time God said something to you? When's the last time you changed pragmatically because of what he said to you? And chase that down a little bit. And if your honest answer is, it's been a long time, then dive into Mark. We're going through it so nice and slow that you can actually just chew on these verses for a while and let something sit with you long enough that you can seize it in your mind dogmatically, you can flesh it out pragmatically, and you can pray it through over and over until it becomes you. Grace and peace, everybody. Enjoy your time together.